the laundromat, and it's like everything else I do in life. There's money involved and crime. So my guys called me this morning and said, "Hey, Brandon, the laundromat, someone has come in and trashed it today. So we got to do the clickbaity intro that you guys know and love. So we're gonna go through, do a collection. More or less, we're just doing a live stream today because it's New Year's Eve, and both my brother and I, we try to do live streams for New Year's Eve. But we're also going to look at the vandalism that has taken place here at the laundromat. They broke this. I know it was absolutely filthy. My cleaning crew was already here. Wow, they actually did a really good job, man. Some blue paint-ish here. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. And they kicked in one of my washers right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, here's where you can see the vandalism. They threw paint over everything. So I don't know what it was, but they threw paint over like everything. So Shane and the girls, they've got to come back and clean that up. Red, white, and blue. Yay, America, guys. They got the picture. So I'm not happy about that. They punched some holes in the wall over here. Do we have them on camera? Absolutely. Yeah. So they called me at 9 o'clock as I was sitting down in the morning with Karen. Maybe it's little Spencer. Little Spence loves you. Loves Lou. And here's what's stupid, guys. We ended up getting one of these new Wise 4th generation cameras, which I probably should put a link in the description below for these cameras. When you come in at 10 o'clock at night, it says you are being recorded. So now I've got a audible notification to people. Motive, I think they were high. They came in and they hung out in the laundromat. It's not like it's raining and cold and people are freezing to death. I think they came in and had a party. So I'm very unhappy. I'm going to come and get their photos, which I've already been sent some photos. And we're going to put them on the Scioto Post, Southern Ohio's largest news agency. And I'm going to make sure that their moms and their grandmas know they came in here and put paint all over my freaking laundromat. This is what the girls could not get this morning. They were here for hours. They're going to come back with stuff. Once again, they kicked in the washer. Between 5 and 8 in the morning, these people were here throwing a party. I've already logged into my security system. I pretty much just turned on the stream right as I walked in after logging into the system because I don't want you guys to see my password. Oh, it's already logged me out. So this is my laundromat security system. Playback. We're going to do my password. Yeah, you can't really see it. You can see the last one was 5. So they told me from 5 to 8 here. We'll do 6. That potentially here's the people, and then you've got a guy standing out in front. And what I've seen here, someone will stand out front, and they act as a lookout for people in here doing nefarious things. Now, I don't know that these people were it, but this is approximately the time that they were in here causing problems. So when you do this, I mean, they don't look like illegals to me. I mean, they could have, illegally come here from Canada or somewhere like that. So it is quite the mess here. So here's one of the guys, and definitely looks like he's over here doing stuff to my port counter. So, yeah, there. You can see him right there. He's got a can of paint in his hands and he's dripping it all over. Yep. So, it's not as bad as it could be. This is after, I paid $50 this morning already. So, I'm not going to say what else I think these guys were doing while they were here. But I think there was also... Now, this older gentleman here, he's fine. He's one of my regular customers. And I don't know what it is about all these people coming in with coloring books. They come in with coloring books. So, it's bad. People suck. That's why I stay celibate. I don't... Okay? I don't know. I've got a wonderful family. I've got a wonderful community. I've got a lot of people that love me, and I love them. You need to find a place where you fit in with the people. So, yeah. Why? I think that they were performing some illegal activities here, even though we have these cameras around that are now notifying people they're being recorded. Spoonies, absolutely, Matthew Riley. So we'll go through and see, can I make back the $50 that we lost in cleaning fees? I'll be out $150, $200. But the fact that they caved in the front of my my washer over there really sucks. So that part over there is probably another couple $100. I just don't like having stainless steel equipment that's dented up. Yeah. What is the situation with spoonies and coloring books? Yeah, these are the new 4th generation cameras. I've been a big fan of Wise cameras essentially since I started having this laundromat. And they've had speakers on them. You can log in and talk to people. But my complaint has always been, well, why can't I give warnings to people and say, hey, you're being recorded, or hey, if there's a problem, do this. Yeah, I actually use them to trap a raccoon that got in my attic the other day. We set some traps out with some live streaming cameras, not publicly, to my phone. And I didn't realize because they kept getting scared off. And I thought, oh, it must be the light turning on. Not the light. It kept telling the raccoon that it was being recorded. So that's what yeah, we were vandalized last night. A group came in approximately between 5 and 8 o'clock in the morning. And they put some holes in my wall here. They put paint all over everything, including this wonderful drawing that Matt Cox did. And it's why we protected this thing behind bulletproof Lexington. So they did paint all over, and this is what the girls could not get this morning. And they kicked in my stainless steel. The camera doesn't make it, okay, that looks better on the camera. I mean, not good, but it makes it look, from this angle, you can't really tell that it's caved in, but it is. So, yeah, it's these people. So what's going to happen is we're going to put them on the side of a post, and I'm going to let their mommies and daddies and grandmas and grandpas, it's usually the aunt and the uncle, that will call them and say, I saw you went down to Mr. Brandon's laundromat and you tore it up, you know. So, yeah, it's awful. I need to find a partner or somebody that I can start bringing into my laundromat that has more time than me. Unfortunately, I'm spending a lot of time on my Amazon warehouse. So, yeah, I want to give these people some extra quarters. Ta-da! There. Put out small rewards. Yeah, they'll snitch on each other. I'm just so aggravated that I spent all this money doing this crap. Excuse me. So we'll go through and do a normal process. Oh, doing Amazon now. We just submitted a large bid for a Amazon warehouse, so I'm excited about that. It's an absolutely huge deal. How much you have to start one? I recommend 20K. Is that what it's going to cost? No. That's just my threshold. Is that your baskets and money over there on that? No? Okay.
No.
I'll have to go through the cameras on that now, too. Odd.
Yeah, I was on this side. I just made a mess with some little fabric softener things. They spilled out and went on the floor. That was my fault.
Yeah, it's fine. That's better than taking little jars of paint and throwing it all over the place.
Oh my gosh. People are crazy. They went down to the park and screwed up people's little tribute tree.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's just disturbing.
Yeah, it's awful. And someone told me that, so they were talking to Chillicothe City Police, and they said that now the word's out that there's all these resources in Ross County, and now they're all coming here. So I'm not happy. I mean, I'll have 100. Is there anything we can help you with? Oh, okay. So it's just a situation where I want to have all this money in cleaning and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's not exciting. Yeah. Well, the problem is, it comes out of my pocket, and then it means that I'll either not fix things, or I have to raise prices to recoup it, because it's not my budget to have paint spilled all over the place and them to kick in a $150 piece of stainless steel. So, yeah. Oh well. Good times. How to make money on a warehouse. We're doing the entire roof assembly for it. I bought this commercial roofing firm in the great state of Illinois, and we just submitted a competitive bid. I hope it's a competitive bid. Wash all day long, took all the shape with turpentine. Yeah, the clean crew's gonna come back and do that. This is all latex-based paint, so I could even, gosh. I guess if I'm here streaming, I might as well just go through the process and scrape the stuff off myself. Would you guys want to see me fix this problem? Because I realize I've got a razor in my pocket. So, you need to freeze the bank account. What are you asking for, Moses Denton, to unfreeze a bank account? So how do you make money? So huge. How do you make money owning a warehouse? You get a percentage sales? No, we're doing the roof on it. It's a $7.5 million roofing assembly job, and we were asked to participate in the bidding process with a general contractor. So if you watch my roofing videos, I'm trying to get into competitive roof bids, especially in energy efficient and solar and potentially green roof assemblies. A lot of these cities like Chicago and New York are getting to a point they cannot spend any more money or have resources to deal with stormwater runoff. So like in my heart of hearts, I do solar green roofs, which we're hoping to get certified on soon, and turn roofs, commercial roofs, into like rooftop gardens or pollinator locations or anything like that. Because there's tax credits out there, tax write-offs, and all sorts of advantaged investment strategies for that. So, do I speak Spanish? No, I need to. It's a Missouri account. Well, I'm not sure how I can help you there, Moses. Illinois is expensive tax-wise, but rural is cheap like you guys there. Yeah, for the most part, in Rockford, everything's not too bad price-wise. State taxes are high, so I will be paying, a decent bit of, everything goes well. I'll be paying a pretty reasonable state tax rate to the state of Illinois. But it is interesting to be doing work in a metropolitan area that has over 10 million people in it. So, still do a recording later. I mean, I could do a recording later, but it won't be live. And that's the deal here was just live. I'm probably getting intermittent audio due to peaking on the coin counting. Let me know, guys, how it sounds right now, but I'm guessing it's a peaking issue. Thank you for live streaming. You live in Toronto. Condos with washer dryer, you think coin alarm is still viable? Say like this. It is if I would have to do a statistical analysis. You need one laundromat on average per 10,000 people in a city. I have no clue how many are in the GTA region. So I would say, you'd have to look at what that is. Coin-operated laundromats are growing at about 2% a year, which is only a little over inflation. Yeah, okay, so this, rather than logging out, we just got the film from tonight going at 5:34. All right, keep with keys. Yeah, I memorized them. I mean, DuPage County Cook is the killer. Yeah, it is. A lot of property taxes. It's not too bad in Rockford. Higher than Ohio, so. Tell Roman Atwood you said hello. I would say I'll do that, but I can't. Imagine I will not remember. So it's going to be interesting what happens to Rockford when they connect Metro. So.
Okay, thanks, Marty.
Do appreciate you guys coming to the laundromat.
Yeah.
I wish it was a little nicer for you.
Oh, that's great. I can't wait to get a washer and dryer. I can't wait to get a washer and dryer.
Oh, darn it. That's not exactly what I want to hear.
It's gonna be a minute.
Okay, well,
You'll be here,
it's a
huh?
consolation prize, yeah.
That'll be a minute. Okay. Sucks.
So, here in Florida,
Hey, Mike, if we was to leave our clothes,
here's some quarters.
just,
Thanks for coming.
Does people come and steal clothes and stuff here?
I have almost never. I've had, let's say, since I've owned this place over 5 years,
Yeah.
I've had 2 complaints of people saying they've had clothes stolen. One was probably right. The other one, I think they never brought the clothes in to begin with.
Okay.
So for one legitimate complaint in 5 years, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
A worst thing that'll happen is someone gets mad that you pick their favorite dryer on the whole world, and they'll move it somewhere else in the place. So, yeah, people get really picky sometimes with equipment that's here. Okay. The gentleman over there left his thing here. So, off and on, long time. Same to you, George. Call machine. What's a call machine? Yeah. That's a complicated political question that I'm probably going to just avoid. I don't have enough time to do a 4-hour podcast here in the laundromat about it, because there are good things happening, there's bad things happening. It's a complicated issue, especially for me as an employer and someone in skilled trades.
Hey, have a good day.
You too, thank you. So you got this one running. I don't know who that is.
Okay, yeah.
Machines was calling them, yes. Oh, people, I have not had a fist fight over a washer or dryer ever here. But I have friends that have laundromats, and they have truly had fist fights over, and police had to be called, terrible stuff over their washer or their dryer in the laundromat, because they have a favorite, which is just insane. I mean, it's kind of funny. In quarters, sometimes as much as. Yeah, the big thing is I appreciate them coming and spending money at my business. So if I give somebody a couple bucks and change, how's it going? Here's some quarters. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I believe.
You too. Thanks, Heather. That's due. You would see apartments going for $2,000 a month. I don't know what they pay in Florida, but I know my foremen are at like $55 an hour union wage. So $55 an hour, 40 hours a week, assuming no overtime. That's $2,200 a week. So Happy New Year to you. Starting your business, always pretty. Yeah, it's difficult sometimes. I mean, but I think you would agree with me, Van, that very little in life is worthwhile that doesn't take effort and sacrifice. I was on Twitter the other day, and someone was talking about being married, and they're like, "Oh, it's awful or terrible or hard or whatever," and then I'll flip this over so I can watch the laundromat when I count money. It's terrible and hard and everything, all's bad about marriage. And it's like, well, that's not true. And then other people say, oh, everything's just wonderful and roses and easy and whatever. Well, that's not true either. I mean, it's great, wonderful. I'm very blessed to have the family that I have. But it is a situation where, it's number 3, that it's great, it's wonderful, but it's a sacrifice, it takes effort. And I find that everything in life is like that. Anything. Who's getting $2,200 a week? My foreman at my roofing company. So I run a union roofing firm in the greater Chicago area. Oh, that sound was. Someone will be. Oh, what's this? Did I tell you we had a fire at the laundromat the other day? Oh, there's no way for me to fix that. This pop machine here caught on fire. So, doesn't insurance cover vandalism? I have a $1,500 deductible. So I have to, if someone does something, I have to spend $1,500 to pay for it. So I have to pay out of pocket. That's one of those things about insurance. They don't want you using it as operating budget. So, did you like the song you made for Suno 4? Yeah, it was all right. That's not my style of music, which is okay. I mean, I have very specific preferences on music, which is nothing. Yeah, no pain, no gain. Yeah, it's cliche. Everybody looks at these investments and these businesses I run. They're like, "Oh, I wish I had it." It's like it's a lot of time to get the effort. It's worth it, but it is what it is. Distribution move to unify cameras. They have intelligence to identify people, animals. Notify across the path a certain designated time. Follow Laundromat. So Wise is starting to do that with my cameras. It'll identify people. They're getting close to AI identification on activities. The big thing is I need realistically, most likely, to put on a electronic lock so that people that are not identifiable laundromat customers can't come here. So we'll do a guess. Figure out how to do this. I'll give $20. They wanted me to do a giveaway. Well, let's do a $20 giveaway. Whoever gets the right amount of quarters closest. You guys will have to keep everybody accountable and figure it out. So $2,200 a week affords a studio in Chicago. So I'm in Rockford, Illinois. I'm in the greater Chicago area, Rockford to be specific. I'm looking at a duplex right now in Rockford for $30,000. So it's a 2-unit house, 2,500 square feet for $30,000. So you guys tell me in the comments. The mortgage on that little apartment, mini apartment duplex, the mortgage on that property is going to be about $400 a month. Meanwhile, in the same marketplace, I am paying my foreman. The union rate for foremen is right around $55 an hour. So you guys tell me if that works out. In Chicago proper, absolutely. But I'm not in Chicago, like downtown. You guys are going to have to be honest with me. You can email me, brandon@investmentjoy.com for the winner, and I'll send you $20 on Cash App when I get done. Once again, this is like less, I think, a day worth of quarters. My crew was in here. I think they did Monday. Yeah, so Monday today. So we did okay if they cashed them out. So, yeah, it's 37 quarters. So, you have to tell me what the number is, and we're going to have to be honest here. Everybody that said 837 at the last minute to get that $20. So we haven't done bills yet. So I'm going to give $20 away for whoever got the quarter count right. So this is washers and dryers. And then I'll do another $20 for whoever gets the right amount of cash. So this is a day. The cash collection is going to be approximately a week. So how are you investing? Well, right now I have bought a newspaper company. I bought rentals. Had a trailer park and sold it. I got my laundromat, car wash, self-storage, and then social media, my social media business, which is a business. We were not profitable much at all in 2024, which is okay. I will do a video about how much it cost me to do social media after it's all said and done and why I continue to do it. But I got that, and then I got my commercial roofing firm in Rockford. Well, Rockton, technically. Do you mind asking, do you have kids? I have 5 kids. I've been married for 17 years. So this guy became a millionaire in less than a year. Now, I've been in business, in real estate, since 2006. Nothing has happened for me overnight. And I have people say, oh, you have a YouTube channel. You did X, Y, Z. And all on and on. And it's a situation where it's like none of this stuff happens overnight. Anybody that and I say this for myself, anybody that has made money really quick, at minimal effort, you tend to lose it. Because back in 2009, 2010, I made stupid money selling ebooks online, just ebooks on how to do search engine optimization. And I made stupid money, and it's like I have had nothing to show for it. Do I work with investor money? Yeah, I take investor money and whatnot. We're getting more into institutional type people, so like people with huge pockets. But yeah, if you're in the Circleville area, we're going to have an investment seminar here coming up. We want to talk about all that. Is the video still playing? I think so. Which video? 3 years, got married at 20. Very cool. Yeah, so I got married at 21. My wife's a little older. She's 22. So I was 21, she was 22. Got married. It's not great, but we'll see. And here we are. Nope. Oh, put itself out. Let's see if we have quarters in here. Yeah, so it's a very good choice. So is the video still playing? Minimal effort goes a long way. It eventually works out great. It's just everything takes effort. Although Laundromat's better than car washes, depends on your area. Like if you're in a downtown, heavy urban area, you're probably never going to get a car wash. They're going to be $10 million, but you could get a laundromat for $250. And you loan the money from the SBA. Car washes 5x5. I was saying that ebooks are truly passive. I mean, you say that, but then I spent 200-300 hours designing websites and then SEOing my websites and learning how to buy Google ads and all this different stuff. And it's like, okay, once they were set up, I started making money. But it is a situation where it took quite some time to get up to that point. So if that's the case, is that passive? It's like, well, I guess it's passive eventually, but I have hundreds of hours in it. So no black bags. Well, that's okay. Another free knife. They leave knives on me all the time here. And the question is, consolidation possible in coin laundromats? For example, why do more people not buy multiple laundromats? A lot of people. So I would say that after coaching people for several years on laundromat acquisition, people tend to think, number one, really small, and number two, they don't think about processes and systems. The easiest way to get a laundromat, in my opinion, like this is real high level stuff, the easiest way to get a laundromat is figure out a plan to get 5. Because worst case scenario, you end up with 1 laundromat. Best case scenario, you end up with 5. If you have 5, you can just keep buying them. The problem is they spend all this effort thinking really, really small, and then they don't even get 1. Because it's just a process. You're going to have to call 100 separate entities to get in the process to get a laundromat. And you might as well just do 100, build a system, and get 5. So we have a laundromat for sale up here in Alliance. Oh, cool. Send me an email, brandon@investmentjoy.com. When's the next video coming out? I actually have the next 2 edited. I was waiting on some approval. We on the roofing videos, we go through a safety process to make sure that everybody's being safe in the videos. Because if someone does something unsafe on camera, what I don't want to happen is for OSHA to get called. They charge like 10-minute wash, automatic wash. I don't even see what that question is. Car washes, it's too much competition. That's because private equity's got into it. And I think that some of these private equity firms are going to go bankrupt over car washes. Why did you buy a roofing company when the profit margin seems so small? What is the profit margin on a commercial roof, Aaron? That'll be my question. I talked to my business partner. We were going over what the profit margin. I've got a friend. He's actually, oh, cool. 2001. Looks old. We'll save this one for later. Don't tell the IRS guys. So he is over a $250 million data center job. So he's the project manager. And he's been very transparent with me on what they'll make off of it. So you tell me, in commercial roofing, number one, what do you expect my profit margin to be? Number two, for my buddy, that's the project manager of a $250 million data center job. It's their job. What is their profit margin on that? Can you come to Wisconsin Invest? You'll see it here. What part of Wisconsin? I'm up in Beloit and Madison, off and on. So where do you think private equities would go bankrupt? Because they're stupid. Not every private equity is stupid, but the ones that are building literally 4 car washes in one block are stupid. You can't manufacture new car wash clients endlessly. There's an amount that can exist, and it's finite. They go in and look at the income from subscriptions, and they treat it like they can buy their own private Netflix server or system. So they're collecting subscriptions from 2,000 people. And at some point, they are going to lose their business. My example here is Take 5. Take 5 had a great track record of building profitable locations. Then they got private equity money, essentially an endless pocketbook. Now we're going to do 2 counts. We're going to do this changer and then the other changer. So they ended up getting infinite checkbook, and they started building too many locations too fast. They stopped doing what made them successful. And last year, for the first time in Take 5's history, they had to close down multiple multi-million-dollar washes because they couldn't make any money there. And I think that in those locations, they could have made money had they had a really good crew, but they had to build it from the ground up. When they bought Magic Tunnel in Circleville, they fired the entire staff of that location and they trained anew. And within the first 3 months, from what I've been told, they did near $500,000 in property damage on vehicles. That's nothing against Take 5, but based on the management system they've had, now getting PE money, it's very, very disastrous. So we're going to start the count, give your suggestions, ideas. Okay, you're in Minneapolis. So we're getting ready to do some work in Minneapolis. So I think so. We've bid multiple. Was it 10% in air and petticord? 10% in roofing or 10% on the $250 million contract? Cash to buy a laundromat, but it is fixed up, or only 8 washer day dryers working, everything else is broken. Is it going to be above 2,000 square feet? My biggest regret is not buying a laundromat or building this one out to have at least 2,000 square feet. When they fought for bankruptcy, somebody's saying the pressures from pennies on the dollar. It's already happened. I've seen some car washes that were built for $5 million sell for $500,000. Do I have anyone in Cali? I mean, depends on what kind of person we're talking about. I got friends all over the United States. I'm friends with one of the largest home developers in Cali. He's from my ebook days, oddly enough. Sam, because that's where you're from. Will I live in Ohio? Absolutely. I will not probably move out of Pickaway County. I like the rural lifestyle. But I'm traveling. I'm doing some speaking events in the Chicago area. We're doing a speaking event here in Ohio. I'm probably going to do Florida and Vegas here soon. It cost me $150 to travel anywhere in the United States. 2,200 square foot for $140K. Well, I mean, is that just the purchase price for the equipment, or does it include real estate? What's the lease look like? Because if you're buying the equipment sounds worthless. So, yeah, and I should talk about it. It seems like a pretty tight profit margin. So, in roofing, the average margin is around 25% of gross. So if I sell a $7.5 million roof to an Amazon on a traditional margin, which on that size of project, it certainly goes down, but it would be 25% of $7.5 million if I did the whole entire deal myself. So that is $250K per 100K, which would put me at $1.75 million. You doing the math right? 250K. 6 would be 1.5. Yeah, a little over. So that's what the average profit margin is in commercial roofing. It's about 25%. So my friend that's over the data center deal, they expect an 8% profit margin. So $8 million per 100 million. So they will make $20 million off of it. So I don't know what you guys are talking about, cold hard cash. Tough business startup, those never last long. I would like to know about what the average turnover time is for a Valvoline, a Midas, or a Jiffy Lube. Roman Atwood, is he the same about Ohio? I think he's going to stay here, but I mean, I think they're buying houses or a house in Florida as well, or no, Texas. I think he'll stay, but maybe not. I think he's got family up here. It's been good. Speech, talking, voice is something you just improved. I would say I've improved over the years. I'm trying to get better at public speaking because I get asked to do these events. There will be, as long as nothing changes, a Investment Joy Cruise in 2025. A large talent firm got a hold of me and said, hey, they're starting to call all the finance guys, and they asked if they wanted to do a cruise, and I said, absolutely. Early on in 2020, when everything was locked down, we were trying to buy a cruise ship and turn it into apartments. Me and some guys were, as you know, one of those moonshot things where everybody's watching my videos over the lockdown. And that was, a dream. So I said, yeah, let's do it. So I am expecting it's going to be on Royal Caribbean to the Bahamas, a four-day cruise with me and I guess some other finance influencers and business people. I have no clue who it's going to be. They haven't told me who anybody else is. But it's, like I said, Royal Caribbean to the Bahamas. So, yeah, first week in November. All right, so. Yeah, Shane said the reader was down, so I'll put wet money in it. So if you want to spend 4 days with me, talking business. So that's not great, but the other machine did okay over the last 6 days. Car shops are 100% management, happy customers. Auto shops are profitable. Valvoline shops don't always do well. You need good employees to upsell. I agree. I talked to a guy that had a car wash / tire lube place, and I mean, he had his management stack set up well, and he expected first year to do $35 million in New York. So, wouldn't it be crazy for him to put how on the map, like the Senate or something? I mean, yeah, I guess so. That'd be interesting. But here's the thing: in my mind, if you have enough followers and fans and stuff, you could have more of an impact on the landscape in the state than being the governor could. I mean, all politicians are people that need donations, and you talk about these large corporations giving them money. They give them money so that they can win the next election from buying ads. You don't have to buy ads. You can do social media. It's the same thing. You'd be surprised at the political campaigns that offered me money in leading up to the election. Deep pockets for shout outs. I turned one of them down at $7,500. Managers so valuable, scanning talent, managing risk, especially knowing what for every only one comes in. Yeah, but I also see that's a cultural thing too. It's busy, have these online views. So, yeah. So did we get guesses for this? Where we do guitar streaming clinic, guitar string kills rock. Have you really listened to me play Sunday? The only piece of music I have put out there in like 2 years was me playing the intro to The Trooper by Iron Maiden. I do want to take some of this crazy roofing money here next year and buy a nicer audio rig. I'm not very happy with it. Do you play worship music? That is pretty much 90% of what I've played in the past. I've been on multiple praise and worship teams at churches, which is the environment that's definitely my favorite because, when you're on a good church band, you're playing everything from like jazz, or at least this has been my life, rock, jazz, R&B, black, traditional gospel, old hymns, just everything. Of course, me being me, we did metal every so often. So those were always fun. So, yeah. I don't feel religion is a scheme. Absolutely, unequivocally not. I am a product of religion. I can go real passionate on that subject. I can be more passionate about religion than I can money, business, finance, laundromats, car washes, or why Jake E. Lee and Randy Rhoads are two of the best guitarists in history. Did you meet my wife at my parents actually, and her parents went to church together back in the 70s, so I kind of knew her my whole life. But then she started coming to my church when we were, young adults, and she started working in kids ministry with me, and then we started just doing church stuff all the time together. So that's kind of what hooked us up or put us in close approximation as adults. So, who created aliens? I don't know if I answer that. I'm big into UFOs too and alien type stuff. That's another topic for another day. So I can get a little passionate about that, but then it's like when I share political stuff. All right, you need to get your guesses in, guys. People get so wound up about it. It's like, oh, I'm just going to alienate half of my subscribers by giving an opinion. So, there's vending machines all over the place. When case of soda's up many flights of stairs. Okay, G-Tech, did you know they make a motorized dolly to carry pop? And you just press a button and it will actually climb to the stairs for you. It's not cheap, but if it saves your back and is great, it's awesome. They found Danny. Oh, I appreciate you, JD. Just bought 2 rundown superwash car washes. Very good. I like superwashes had good bones. They're very similar to mine. Following your videos, you chill along so you can following. Yeah. So the car washes have done were great this year. We have spent tons of money in infrastructure. Now, once again, if you won the contest from before, $20, I'll Cash App you or PayPal you. This is another one. You get this right, send me an email, brandon@investmentjoy.com. I'll send you $20. But you need to be honest. I'm going to go through these comments and figure out who did it. And if you're a liar, I'm going to come after you. So, be good friends. You're yourself for your Pentecostal church in Southern California for 2 years. Yeah. So I grew up, if you'll get the religion aspect, my family was mostly Pentecostal growing up, which I would not trade my poor hillbilly Southern Ohio background for everything. Anything. I mean, not that it was always fun and great, but I still would not trade it for anything. So, all right. Yeah. So, some oil change places that really do well to maintain the on the menu. Very good at it. Yes. So the big thing in general is we're going to clean these machines up, or at least try to. The big thing in general from what I've seen is you have to have good management. And I'm trying to get in the world of like being coached by people that run large organizations that manage people. There's a lot of people that are ahead of me on that, significantly ahead of me on that. And we got to go find this customer too. They brought in all this money. I hate that. Probably the same as like aliens might. Once again, that could be a 2-hour podcast that I have. And once again, not to be too much pun-based, but I will alienate most of my subscribers if I gave my actual opinion. I probably wouldn't alienate most of my subscribers on religion as a whole, because I'm very middle of the road on my positions, but condemned for having to view someone else. Yeah, well, that's because our society is becoming very tribal, and as from my standpoint, it's very intentional. All right, so it's working. I think it's by design. People just are at this point, they get angry and they hate each other. And it's like, number one, life's too short for that. Should probably do this in a systemized, processed way. I think it's intentional. And we can say, you can blame it on a foreign government or you can blame it on the devil, but I think it's intentional. So, you got on the money, Nicholas. Okay. Am I freezing my assets? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Kind of worried about some of the things I'm hearing on here. You guys keep talking about me freezing money and whatnot. I have no clue what you're talking about. Info of email Laundromat here for sale on the lines. Okay, cool, thank you. Yeah, we also have a form on the investmentjoy.com where we take down your phone number and I put it into database. Because what I'm trying to do ultimately, like at the end of the day, I want to have a database of everybody that watches my content and figure out how we can work together. Because it's like, I've sat down and talked to some of my subscribers, like that work at Walmart, or sorry, not Walmart. I've sat down with that worked at McDonald's, and they were like, "Oh man, someday I'm going to be big and important, but right now I'm working at McDonald's." And it's like, dude, you're 18 years old and you have enough wits about you to wake up every morning and go work at McDonald's. And he's like 18, 19 years old, and he was already like a low-level manager. I don't know what they call a low-level manager at McDonald's, but that's what he was. And I was like, dude, you're doing so well for yourself, you don't even understand. So I know, I think too big on some of this stuff, but I really want to be a one-size-fits-all for everybody. Because as time goes on, I really have come to the realization not everybody needs to own a laundromat. I think if you truly are passionate and you really are interested in owning a laundromat, anybody can own one. But I also have found out that a lot of people, they feel like they're passionate enough, but in the end, they're not. So, all right. Thanks for putting stuff on YouTube. Well, I'm glad you find value in an NPC. All right, so we got the top of this one somewhat cleaned off. Let me know if this is too boring. I would say let me know if this is as boring as watching paint dry, but I feel like, we're watching paint get scraped off. And I know I'm getting some scum here, but at least it looks somewhat clean. Brandon, do you offer mentorship? Yeah, so I've got the free Discord that you guys can get on, and then I do a paid group too. So, hey Shane, what's up?
Hey, I still used to you driving that white car.
Well, I'm sorry. Someday I'll have a much cooler vehicle than that Prius that's out there. But yeah, someone came in and they've got clothes in here. They've got a bunch of quarters, and they have not been here since I've showed up. So.
Those have been here all day.
Oh.
I'm wondering if those were that guy.
The guy that was.
Yeah. Did you watch the video?
I've watched bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, he did it painting clothes.
Huh?
He was painting clothes.
He was painting clothes in my freaking.
He was splash painting them.
Oh.
He laid a shirt up here, laid pants on that.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
I guess if you were high as a kite, you might think that's smart.
And I'm pretty sure those other two people that were here were coming in and buying all of it.
They're buying off of him. Well, that's good.
So.
Yeah. Do you know, you have not been here like overnight where the camera should come on and greet you and say, hey, you're being recorded?
I'm going to have Alan and I'm going to see if he can come over tomorrow.
Okay.
night.
Yeah. So, like, I told you about that raccoon that was in my attic, right?
I knew you had one up there.
Yeah, so I put one of those Wise version 4s up there, and it kept getting scared away from the camera all the time, and I had no clue, but it was greeting the raccoon and saying, hi, you're being recorded right now. So every time the camera would flip on, he would run off. So I finally figured that one out and turned it off. So I think by default, it greets the people with the recording.
Yeah. Yeah, the girl said they're going to come in tomorrow. We're going to get off and take the camera off.
Yeah, well, I realized that I had my Milwaukee razor blade on me, so I'm scratching it off. This one had all that crap on top, and now it doesn't. So I wish I could do it for the paint, but on the wood. But
Did you add quarters to that?
yeah, I did because there was a mom and her son, and the son was all interested because I was streaming on YouTube. So I gave him some quarter. I put more quarters up there, thinking it was the kid.
Oh, okay. Was it the lady in the gold colored car?
Yes,
Okay.
I think that was her. So
Well, yeah, this here, that probably had to be primed and painted.
yeah, it will be, and I think they put that hole in the wall too.
I think they did. Well, I think I found out why that's so weak right there.
Why?
The gutter's leaking right onto it, running
Oh,
down
well,
and
that's-
soaking into the wall.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that. I
We'll
can't.
have to get that fixed.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know, Shane.
No problem.
If no one comes and gets this crap by the time I leave, I'm putting it all in a thing and I'm putting it in the office. They can call me.
I have a feeling that, I think it might have been something he left.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. There's clothes and crap over here too.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, the girls will have to come and use some sort of product on this gasket. I'm not going to scrape it off.
Okay.
So I will read your questions, guys, as I do this, but I'm just trying to figure this out.
All right, well, if you need anything, give me a call.
Yeah, let me know.
All right.
Let me know what Alan says too.
Okay.
Charles says maybe we did 3% upsell spoof, which means paychecks for every profit bottom line. Yeah. One of my friends bought a store and he offered a commission to all of the employees. Just a 3% commission, gross commission on everything. And not only is everybody making more money, he's increased sales $250,000 a year. And the customers have pulled the new owner aside and they're like, whatever you've done here is insane, because now everybody that works here is an expert on everything. And, he's not trying to get people to be pushy, but they've learned, the benefits and features of the different products. They're not being pushy either. So yeah, lucky they're stainless. Yes, I'm very happy about this. I'm also down here looking at this stuff. Yeah, the girls need to come in, do a little better of a job. He goes, the businessman, you got watching a while ago. Where'd you go? Oh, I spent a lot of this year working on the roofing firm. I know, I obviously with me having a partner on it and a whole system there, I shouldn't have taken as much time as I did off. But it just was so mentally taxing on me to go through that deal. We spent, millions and millions on the acquisition, and it was just very difficult. And I didn't want to record and say something about the acquisition that I shouldn't have on a video and say, hey, I'm looking to buy a company in Rockford, and then a subscriber buy it out from under me. So I just didn't post. So what happened? You got here, people came in here and they threw paint all over my laundromat. Shane's my maintenance guy. He's been with me since 2013. He said it looks like they were splash painting their clothes in my freaking equipment. So once again, I think they were high. So did your Pentecostal church run around and speak in tongues while running around the church in the good old days? Would you think less of me if I said absolutely? Probably shouldn't answer that. I have not gone to Snake Handling Church. What was that? Someone dropped something in the apartment upstairs. I have not gone to Snake Handling Church. I will say that. That was always my joke. As a, even an adult was like, "Hey, it's time to get the snakes out." The people that showed up for first were pretty cool, and then they would get all uncomfortable, and I'd say it's a joke. I'm not serious. How do you think washes are looking for next year? Wash the lost art for consumers? It's not. Pickup and delivery is growing too. Coin op is not growing super fast, but pickup and delivery is. I'm reading through all the comments. I'm going to try and answer everything that comes in. Yeah, I go to a Baptist church now too, train leader. It's very odd. All those years of making fun of them, and I go to one. It's awful. Not being too serious. You're disabled to 25K in savings, your area, be opportunity to learn how to text that. Well, I'm doing an investing meeting. If you can make it, can it be me, PLZ? investmentjoy.com/events. We're doing one in downtown Circleville on January the 10th. Tickets are effectively free, but you have to reserve a ticket if you want to make a donation. We are doing this fundraiser for St. Sophia's Church up in Columbus. They are a church that deals with homeless and soup kitchen. There will be a video that comes out. Add up of time running a laundromat. It sucks, but this is life, guys. This stuff happens to every business owner in the United States to some level. Whether whether you have a nice white collar job or something, this happens. And my goal is to just kind of show the good and the bad. We've made money today, brought in money on one side. That's cool, but I'm also here with a razor blade scraping off my equipment. So we have barbers, car washes, vape shops, washing money in the UK. Yeah, money laundering is a big deal, and I don't want to get into too much of that topic because I know I get accused of that all the time, which I promise you guys, I don't launder money, and that's what every money launderer says. I don't do that, but I will say, I do get approached by very interesting people on a regular basis, and they talk to me about what they do, so that's fun. Did I ever do Pumpkin Fest? I went there this year, but I did not have a booth. I'm hoping next year I can do my great, wonderful booth. Yeah, we do not have a Discord bot on here. Oh, I am so filthy. Oh my goodness. Buy acetone. Yeah, they're going to do paint thinner, turpentine, or acetone. We join the free Discord. There's a link to investmentjoy.com. Bottom of the page says join the community. It'll put you on the free side of the Discord. So you can paint to repaint walls. You might cash tag, okay. Open, detail everything. Well, thanks, Celox. Do you suggest getting into a loan to get into business or wait till your later life, 23? I would get into a loan, especially if it can be non-recourse. Because what happens, guys, when you default on a non-recourse loan in a company name? Once again, in the United States of America, well, at least, okay, that's wrong. In the state of Ohio, the great state of Ohio, it's $125 to start a business. So if all of the debt is in the business name, what happens if you default? I'll let you guys figure that out in the comments. You can argue amongst yourself. Did I do a paint party you need to know about? Yes, they had a paint party on their clothes. They decided to go get latex paint and paint their clothes in my laundromat. Works at a buy shop. You You see rid of overspray. Can you turn the camera sideways so you can see better, please? Not really, because YouTube makes me make a decision anymore whether I film vertical for a live stream or horizontal. If it's vertical, it gets sent out to more people. The majority of people are watching this on their phone, not on their TV, unfortunately. And because of that, they will send it out to every device if you film vertical at this point. If you film horizontal, they will only send it out to people watching on computers and TVs, but they very rarely send it out to people on phones. I've got almost 2 million subscribers on here, and I promise you, if I film horizontally, they will send it to 1/100th of 1% of the people. So, how do you get funding that these car washes are getting? Private equity money, you have a good track record. Get money, period. Private investment, you can get seller finance, or you can go get an SBA loan. The government will give you a loan with very minimal money down for a car wash. But there's no free rides, so you're going to spend all the time building a business plan and researching the profitability of the location, doing some demographic studies and things. There's never a free ride, guys, but just because you don't have money to put into something doesn't mean a whole lot. You can get the money somehow. Yeah. Hey, Dave. Serving around our church, you live lower, daily, all day money. Yeah, very good. About what investments are going to start. Yeah, so Suck All Motorsports, I'm doing an investment seminar here in Circleville, January the 10th. The whole thing's going to be recorded. I will post the recordings edited, for time and make them cool. It's essentially I'm going to go over my master plan. Like whether you have money or no money, whether you're 18 or 65, this is exactly what I would do. And I'll spend a lot talking about risk profiles. Because there's people out there that are just not cut out to have a laundromat or car wash. And that's okay. You can still invest money and make tons. You can even be very risk adverse, and you can still do super well. So, how do you verify income when purchasing a laundromat for the seller? Your tax return is the gold standard. If they are lying to the IRS, my question is always, what is preventing them from lying to you? And the answer is, well, there's nothing. So if you buy a laundromat and they cannot prove their income, then you have to get it at a discount. So now you're taking on risk by trusting the seller. And there's ways to verify, not verify, but try and get better data through water reports. You can sit and watch. You can go and look at traffic data. You can pay for traffic data. You can track people's cell phones that go in and out of the location for 30 minutes. He's like, so far, what a joke, that's nothing. So I spent $50 on the cleaners to come in this morning and get it to this point. Just for this project. As you heard, they're going to come back in, and then I'm going to have to send somebody here to paint this mess, Ratborf. So I'll probably have $250, $300 worth of cleanup. And I know it's not a lot of money, because a lot of you guys filthy rich, and you're sitting in your sea-level suite at your office on New Year's Eve, and you're laughing your butt off at Hillbilly Brandon, Ohio, spend $250. But the lesson here, or the thing I want to talk about, is the money has to come from somewhere. And realistically, it either comes out of my pocket or I raise prices. So my average customer is going to spend, lose money on this. That's just how all economics work. And whether we're talking about vandalism here at the laundromat for $250 overnight, or we're talking about all the money I lose in my rental properties from vandalism, tenants non-paying, the legality of it. Which city? I'm in Chillicothe, Ohio right now. My investment meeting is going to be in Circleville, Ohio. Who did this? People that were over here last night. Non-recourse loans, slide money, correct, yes. And the thing is, in the United States, you can build up credit for your business as opposed to you as a person. And then you can just go get all the financing in the business name. So I did with my car washes. It's in a business. It's in my LLC that I spent $125 to form. So, are you prosecuting? I maybe. I'd like to have a conversation with them at this point. The accusation that we're being given is that they were spoonies. So, Roman mentioned how a lot of YouTubers show the glam, glory, light. He shows the great side of it. YouTube. Yeah, I would push Roman back a little bit. You tell me, guys, who has a laundromat YouTube channel that doesn't have this level of drama? Because to me, all I know is Roman has a laundromat and he deals the same crap I do. And it's me. He's number one for laundromat content right now. I would be willing to say number two. And then I'm thinking number three is following Keenan. And he lives real close to my roofing company. I still haven't visited him there yet. I've met him in person. He's a cool guy. But it's like, other than us, who's out there? Robbers, criminals, just go to Cali. Allergy to latex, nightmare for you. Yeah. Dev, maintenance repairman for the washer dryers, placing valves, parts. Yes. Am I at Roman's Laundromat? Does it look like a Roman's Laundromat? Answer there, no. I'm not trying to be mean. It's like my laundromat doesn't look anything like Roman's. He has a nice big square, and I don't. So I am getting these machines clean, so that's cool. Listen, Tampa Bay laundromat used to launder money course section costs for safe. Let's make money laundromat here. Charles Yates. I have run into the tax returns of a few Tampa-based laundromats, and there are multiple laundromats that are doing over $1 million a year. I looked at a cheap one. It wasn't very. It seemed cheap to me, and they're doing $600 or $650 a year in Tampa. It was over near Brandon. I got excited because that's my name. Thought how cool it would be to buy a laundromat in Brandon, Florida. So, do you buy foreclosed property? You feel bad karma? I live in a foreclosed house. I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything wrong with the karma type aspect of buying a foreclosure or whatever. When I met my wife, she bought a foreclosed house. My family was evicted twice growing up. I held absolutely nothing against the landlord that evicted us or the people that bought the house. It's just life. So that's stuff I don't worry about. Now we're beyond the paint, just dealing with soap scum. If you want something in life bad enough, or you just have to go get it. Yeah, I think human beings are able to accomplish almost anything they set their minds to. It becomes just a situation of how much time can you realistically put into it. And, I'm not going to say there's no luck aspect of it, but I also will say that I know the harder I work and the more effort I put in things, the luckier I get. This is the third laundromat I've owned. The first two were crap, and I never made a penny off of them. So that's just like, people, you're so lucky with this one. Well, you didn't see the other two bad ones I've had. You haven't seen all the bad real estate deals I've done. Everybody looks at things and says, you're just so lucky, you're so successful. It's like, no, there's 100 miles of hard road that I've had to deal with, and now I'm to this point. And most of the business owners I run into feel the same way. How much you pay for repairs, charges me feels crazy about, so you do things yourselves. I mean, if I hire a third-party crew, I'm spending about $100 an hour, sometimes $150. Gosh, this looks awful. Internally, very much a fraction of that. Luck, only blessing. Yeah, I think that most people are equally blessed. Except, there are some people out there that have extreme, severe mental, physical or mental disabilities. I feel terrible for those people. I do feel it's our requirement to help them. But I also find that, we are living in the most blessed and technologically available society, and anybody can do anything they truly desire to, if you put your mind to it. And I think that's the problem. There's too much entertainment and too many things out there that trap people. Centipede Arcade, it's a multi-cade, so the Centipede is on there. Half handle at Home Depot. Yeah, that required me going to Home Depot when I had this in my pocket. Oh, this is nasty. How my storage units, they continue to do very well. It's just there's not a lot to talk about on them. They're very boring. We've had one or two evictions since we bought them in 2011 or 21. So it's like the problem with the roofing company. I'm having, some meetings there, and it's like, we're going to run out of interesting stuff to film soon. It's kind of the thing that I want to talk about, or I'm getting pushback on. It's like there's always some interesting aspect and thing that happens within a company, and it's drama and it's interesting. And I was having people say, "Oh, you should do this, this, and this, and this," and I'm like, then it comes off like an ad, like a sales ad. to take cart Laundromat. We have an ATM here that isn't mine, unfortunately. So you can put a card in that. You get charged $253. Hi, Nina Ross. A new trailer park. I like it. I feel like 3 people call and ask to buy the trailer park I don't own anymore. That was really odd. Vandalism, yeah, we're cleaning up some of this stuff. This is soap scum. This is nasty. Once again, I will not ask any of my employees or people to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. So if it's cleaning up this absolutely nasty crap, I will do it. I've cleaned up much worse. It's life. But I know people, you know, you get in the comments on some of these videos, it really bothers me. They're like, oh, you're making your employees or someone do this, you're a dirtbag business owner. I hate you. You know, I continue to get threats. There's not been a period of time where I've not had threats on social media, which bother me because I'm like, no, you don't see any of this other stuff that I'm dealing with or doing, and you still are terrible to me. What's joining? What's up, scum? We had people come in last night and they paint over several of my machines. They kicked in a machine, and it's just a situation where I'm just here cleaning up stuff while I've got the razor out. Any closer to card readers over coins 2025 cost to convert? Yeah, it has. I actually had all the readers to do the Laundromat. I got a deal on them a while ago, and I ended up just reselling them because I don't know. I decided I want to go another way. I want to get a Laundroworks system with the reward kiosk or the payment kiosk. Oh, this is nasty. Card reading the coin machine, yeah. Oh, this is miserable. It smells good. It is what it is, guys. That's why I make the big bucks. On a good note, this has probably been the best month I've had on YouTube in terms of money. We did a brand shout out for the revenued FlexLine card. Go watch that video if you're interested in a factoring company. So they take a look at your invoices and how much money your company brings in. So you might have a business that's bringing in, $200,000 a year, and they'll come in and say, okay, we'll give you an extra $200,000 of funding if you need it. So that's cool. The interest rates it's not an interest rate; it's a factoring rate. It's a way to get around charging interest. The factoring rate could be high for an inexperienced operator, but they paid me some decent money to do a shout out for them, and I've had a couple of people come back and say they really liked them. So I've had a good month this month for social media. Take 1 second a day, like the stream, press a button, leave a comment. Yeah. If you guys want to hit the like button, I'd appreciate that. I need to get on a script or something so I remind people to share the content. Oh, it's like blue. It said hi. YouTube admin joined the stream. Me? I'm already lost, guys. You have a lot of employees. I do have the roofing company. I think we're up to 16, 17 guys. Or people. We have one girl. She's awesome. Really appreciate her. Oh, this is nasty. I would say, like, my cleaning crew needs to do it. You can be there for me, okay? Are you coming here to Ohio? Yeah, but then to be a moderator for me, I really need to see people have a good track record. In the early days, I brought people on as mods, and I didn't know them very well. And then we had a moderator weasel his way into living with somebody on my Discord, and then they turned into a spoonie, and they started stealing stuff from my other moderator. So, and after that point, I realized I have to be more careful. Mod for 100 plus. Physical timesheets to help keep track. Digital payroll software. We're moving to QuickBooks Online, I think, for that. We're currently on Sage 50. But our entire Sage database just got corrupted in a way that now we're told we can't do digital timesheets through Sage, which is a mess. Well, what do you expect for software that was literally made in 1976? So, Cody Sanchez about vertical integration in consumer area of employment business. Yeah, so I've got skilled tradespeople. I've got a plumber that works for me, but I did not start a plumbing company. I've got the roofing company, which is going to be good as I get into larger commercial investments, which is definitely my goal. Is it worth starting a channel? Absolutely. But like I said, I need to do a video on the fact that I made almost no money this year off social media, other than the relationships I built. How's it going? So here we here because it's a room in that one. Very cool. That's cool. The stream just stopped on me. Oh, now I'm scratching out the tops. That's good. That's exactly what I want. Ooh, that's nasty. Why didn't I make any money? Because I'm getting a video editor now because I just can't edit videos. I just don't have the time. I'm really trying to call it quits at 6 o'clock every day and having my, going home with my family. So I have a video editor, a good video editor. He works for me and another huge YouTube channel. Think Roman Atwood size channel. And he charges me serious money to edit a video, which is fine. I get it, but it's at the cost I'm spending on a video and to have somebody hold a camera that does a good job. My production costs on video are over $1,000. So for me to do one video costs me $1,000. So if I do 4 videos a month, that's $4,000 I spend. Times 12, that's $48,000 a year. I have to make back to just make to break even. Can't fix from. Oh, okay. And smell more laundry. Nice one you got there too. This is the one we've replaced this toilet 3 times on because people come in and they literally tear the toilet off. We've had this sink. This is not the original sink. I had a sink from the 1950s and someone just absolutely obliterated it last time. So, isn't profitable? Most of them are. Average laundromat does $125K a year in sales, and their margin on that's about 45K. Or sorry, 45%. So it's more like 55K. Do I have an accountant? I have 2 accounts. I have an accountant for the roofing company. I have an accountant here for everything else. Get a hold of you. Email me, Brandon at investmentjoy.com, or email me, Brandon at investmentjoy.com for the email, or send me a message on Instagram. Or my recommendation would be just go to my Discord and participate in my community, because that's if you want to find a way to my heart, you talk to me and my buddies on there, because I'm on there all the time. I am the #1 user of my Discord server. We've got 9,500 people on there. Although, having said that, it's not super active because, I don't know, people get really jazzed about buying a laundromat or car wash and then they're not. So, let's see. He asking claw machine without knowing the whole story. Okay, I'm kind of lost. Okay, keep the bathroom locked. I do. And then the next laundromat video, which will probably be this Saturday, you'll see what the guy did with the trash can over there. I can't repeat what he did. We're very careful on monetization on the next video. But we have him on camera of what he did to that poor trash can one night because the bathroom was locked. So, 1 million sub channel needs to make 50K in ad revenue. It depends on how many people watch each video. Is it long format or is it short format? Because I have 800 million short format views, and it's brought in probably, revenue-wise, probably brought in $50,000. If it was 850 million views on long format, then it would probably be $4 or $5 million. So, buy some placemats, tops of the washers to capture the soap spillage. Then it's just going to be. I mean, I guess I don't know how to do that, because what happens is they put too much soap in here because these are high efficiency washers, and then that soap just bubbles out. So it would have to be under this part right here. So I like the idea, the concept, but I'd have to understand a little more. Normally you just have a crew that comes in, like cleans the crap out of these with steam, and it'll dissolve it. So claw machine's not been repaired. No worries. Okay. Do I prefer washer dryer maker brand? I mean, these are all Dexters here. I like them, but we're at a point where there is not one washer company, as long as it's made in America or Europe. I don't want to say, oh, only made in America, because Electrolux, they're made in Sweden. They're very good. Someone still runs Ipso as a private company, and they're good. So do you regret short form content then? Yeah, kind of. Short format content just about destroyed my YouTube channel. Because if you notice, I have 2 million subscribers. 1.5 million of them minimum are from short format. And the 500,000 that do long format don't like watching any short format content. And, you know, if I was honest, the people that watch long format are much better viewers overall. So, yeah, Sweden makes good stuff. Other than they could not do a rivet 3 years ago, or 6 years ago, sorry. But do I regret it? No, not really. I mean, I just wish I would have been more intentional and a little more careful. It wasn't Roman. What YouTuber told... It was Graham Stephan. He told me that I needed to be careful and I should probably not do short format content. I probably should just make a short channel. Because I had my TikTok content that has done just unbelievably well. Let's take this over here and do it. Which my TikTok content's done great in of itself. Then I migrated and brought it over here to my YouTube channel. It caused a lot of people to just not pay attention to me anymore. And when somebody like doesn't click on your videos after a few months, now once again, here's the part of the paint. It was over here, then they put a hole in the wall. Poor picture. Those people, a lot of people went like 3-4 months without watching my content. And then what happened is they no longer see my content anymore. YouTube, oh, I need to do this frame too. So YouTube won't send them my content anymore. So they're subscribed technically, but they don't watch me hardly ever. And so that's awful. So that's upsetting. But it's okay. You know, I met the right people to get my roofing company because of YouTube. So I can't be too upset with that. View from his vid. Yeah, because YouTube can now read content. So me doing the videos with Romans has probably picked me up an extra 10,000 good subscribers. So that's great. You know, 10,000 people that would watch you. And it's not that they watch me religiously, but they'll watch me 10% of the time, let's say. So 10% of the time, 1,000 people. 1,000 people right now is worth $10 of video. So that, you know, $40 of, you know, let's say $40 a month I made off of doing that, just theoretically. But success on YouTube begets more success. So you end up, you know, those 1,000 people want to be able to bring on another 5,000 people in one video. People as well, some Christian complain that, yeah, I see it all the time. But it's also one of those things where YouTube also kind of to a point doesn't care about subscribers. It's almost a vanity number at this point. What matters are not just and you guys can't even see this. It's not just the number of people that watch a video. It's how much time did they spend on the video. You could have, that's why Joe Rogan makes obscene levels of money. He makes more money than probably almost anybody else does. And it's because people are watching a video or listening to a show. It's 6 hours long. So you imagine one person that watches a 6-hour thing, that's worth effectively more money than 100 people, or no, 10,000 people watching a 30-second TikTok. So, you know, you look at a Joe Rogan podcast that has 50 million people that watched it, all 4 hours. Yeah, that becomes essentially like bigger than any short format piece of content ever made. Just one podcast. So, all right, am I heavily invested in stock markets? No, not at all at this point. I've taken a lot of money out of my portfolios to not invest money in the roofing company. I just needed to show that I was liquid, which is one of the things I absolutely hate. I hate having cash in the bank. I worry that the bank's going to go bankrupt and my money's going to disappear. So I would rather have it in stocks, or I would rather have it in even, you know, crypto or whatever. I'd rather have it in something. But banks don't like that. They want to see you just have money in the bank. Why should I do that? Well, that's what banks want to see. And I hate it, but that's the name of the game. I've discovered that I need to play everybody else's game more often. Facebook, okay, cool. Any tips on getting cheap vending machines? Facebook Marketplace. You can typically get a Facebook vending machine off Facebook Marketplace for about between $500 and $1,000. You also need to make sure that you understand how to vet them and make sure. Card readers. So we have an official brand sponsorship with Monix Group. I really do like their readers. They're very nice. So go check out monixgroup.com/investmentjoy. And I think if you buy readers off them and you use my link It's like a buy 4 get 1 free or buy 3 get 1. Buy X amount of readers and get 1 for free. Here's remember you're keeping the old couch story. Yeah, I think I've bought a new couch since then. Well, new to me. I'd have to think about which old couch story it is. One of the many people that have donated me a nice couch because they know how cheap I am. Thrifty. Graham says thrifty. Getting over for news for me topic, then sure you play along for me. Yeah, some people do that, but you're very much in the minority. Yeah, long format and podcast is awesome. Does YouTube pay anything for a live stream? If you optimize for it, absolutely. This stream is monetized, but I don't even think I can put in a. Can I put in an ad? No, I can't. So I'm getting phone calls. What the heck? No. Did I read all the comments? I'm trying to say. Because you came to YouTube, but stopped playing stuff a long time ago. Yeah. My friend's dad has a laundromat, and he put a vending machine there, kept it afloat while he could finish all day. Hey, we didn't even do the vending machine. Dang it. Oh, let's not show my code again. I would say, oh, no one will do anything bad to me. No, my mom showed up in a live stream on TikTok, not YouTube, but I was on TikTok. And she said, oh, Brandon, thanks for giving me my code. Don't worry, my code is, and she shouted out the number on the live stream of what the her access code was for the her free car wash. And I was like, oh, no one will use this number. I had a freaking guy in Circleville come every single day and use my mom's code until I cut him off. If I had more time, I absolutely would have called the cops for theft of service because that's illegal. To use a number that you're not permitted to. Let me clean my lens real quick. Is theft of service. But, like everybody else, I don't have time to pursue every time someone does something stupid. Start for somewhere age. Yeah. So train leader, the big thing is you need to be investing in something. If you do, I need to clean this off too. I forgot about this. Or I didn't notice it. One or the other. You need to be investing in something. At a bare minimum, you need to be buying broad range S&P 500 tracking stocks because they have just incredible track records. At doing dollar cost averaging over the S&P 500 tracking stocks since 1950 has worked. So you can do something that has always had this is good. Had a phenomenal return since 1950. Since I was born in 1985, it's 10%. Over the past 15 years, it's like 13%. So at a minimum, you need to be dollar cost averaging in ETF 500, ETF, broad range ETF stocks to track the S&P 500. My favorite is VOO. I will have a sign up link to M1 Finance in the near future because we're going to do a promo with them. Because at a minimum, because what happens to most people is they keep thinking about, I'm going to get a laundromat, I'm going to get a car wash, I'm going to do this. And then 4 years goes by and they didn't do anything. I started dollar cost averaging my 6-year-old daughter, Tilly, on the S&P 500. She is now nearing $10,000. Once again, my little sweet baby, my 6-year-old, has almost $10,000 in her account right now, just saving $20 a week. And I did that 3 years ago, I think. And it's just like, of course I had all these plans and desires and hopes that I'm going to totally do this for her. Yeah, we never did any of it. But the fact that I'm just on auto draft out of the account, I'm not going to miss $20, has got that child of mine near 10 grand. By the time she's 18, and I'm not saying I'm going to make her go to college. Hey, thanks, Sunday, for all your notions. I'm not saying I have to send her to college, but by the time she's in college age, she'll probably have $100,000 in an account for her. If I kept doing it, by the time she is, I think, 55, she'll have $3 million. Could you imagine what would happen in this country if every person, by the time they turned 55, had $3 million cash in an account for them? The world would be different. And all it does is all it takes is $20. It's kind of silly. Church like Trinity, UMC. Oh, cool. Stop by your laundromat. It's cool to see in person. Very cool. Yeah, Trinity's right up the road. Have had quite a few friends that went to Trinity. One of my buddies, Brandon Hughes, grew up at Trinity. We went to church together in Kingston for a while, and now he is a Anglican priest. So, and I think his dad and family still go to Trinity. So that's cool. Was it kids? No, these were grown adults. The person did the vandalism, yeah. Shane came in while we were filming, maybe 30 minutes ago at this rate, and he mentioned to me that he thinks they were trying to paint their clothes in my laundromat. So is that vandalism? No, but is it extreme stupidity? Yes. So sometimes they look a lot alike. Yeah, VOO or SPY, yeah, that's what I would do. And I'm not saying that it has to be VOO, it's just that that's the easy one I can remember the ticker symbol for, and I can give it a shout out in the stream. It's very good. So, Brother Wright, any recommendations? M1 Finance. Oh, come on, guys. What the freaking crap? I'm not happy. Now I'm on a live stream with a freaking needle on the floor. Okay, let's think, Brandon. What am I going to do? Let's put the knife back up. Yeah, of course, you make the first comment, Keenan. I'm going to blame it on you. Ever since you came on, the stream went downhill. All right. This poor dryer sheet. Oh, throw in the trash. Be cool, don't tell. And see, here's the problem. That's a diabetic needle. And these spoonies go steal diabetic supplies from grandma. I'm telling you, that's what they all do. I'm going to lose the little bit of monetization I'm going to lose right now because I'm going to go on a tirade. Ugh. A day with heroin in it. Yeah. This time, Keenan. This time. Of course, the tables will fall apart. Probably should inspect under these tables every so often because we've had at least one person. Oh, guys, let me fix these. They put supplies under my tables before. Oh my gosh. That's how things don't fall apart. Can we do this in a way that doesn't fall off and make me look stupid? I mean, I realize I already look stupid as a whole. And here's the thing. So, this table just needs its leg screwed in. I know that these tables are like this, but no one has come and screwed the tables in. And I'm doing it. Why doesn't people do this? I said it before. I need somebody to come and manage the laundromat as I go through and do these other companies. It's just time. So, okay, little stupid tables fall apart. Need to bring a rivet gun here. Next part of it wasn't good enough. Okay, somewhat better. I'm just saying that to save my ego. Oh my gosh, guys. Stupid. Don't touch it without gloves. Sorry, Perspective Reverence. What's the XTV on the roofing company? It's done, but I have not watched it. Could always be worse, guys. They could be cooking here. My rent increase notices are going out today, and Karen is texted me. She's like, Brandon, I'm sending out notices. Be ready. So, hey, how you doing? Not good. I've been here streaming on my much desired New Year's Eve stream, and it's all going downhill. Your area with huge potential, great owner. When next steps you're trying to identify the owner, either I would say try skip tracing or just show up. Once again, I do training and coaching, of course, and all that good stuff on it. You could also get software like Deal Machine, which I can get you a promo for. You can skip trace the owner. So. Yeah. Vending machines, I mean, this is a Royal Generation 3. I really like it. They're relatively easy to fix. The biggest problem with these specifically is a lot of them have they're chain drives. I'll show you the chain drive. And the chains break. They say, I've been told they break every 3 years. I've replaced one chain on here. And I'm out of Mountain Dew. So there's a chain drive right there. And it can go bad. This one's gone bad once since 2019, and it's $150. And if it is not working, the machine will not run. You can also have a Dixie Narco, which is in my garage right now, needing a replacement. We have either a thermostat or compressor issue on it. Those tend to be the gold standard, but I've had 2 now. I've had problems with them, but it's just these Royals, because they're not as popular as Dixie Narcos, they just seem to be cheaper. Have a nice New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate your comment. Can you give a brief section of how you got started investing in laundromats, car washes? So, on this laundromat here in Chillicothe, I was contacted. This is the whole thing that got me into it. I was contacted by a guy back, a dollar coin. I was contacted by a guy back in 2016, and he wanted to sell me this one. I met with the older lady that owned it. Her son, Wesley, Trippy, had passed away from cancer. It's a very sad situation. So the mom inherited the laundromat from her son. Miserable. And she was telling us that this laundromat was making just stupid money. And I offered them a sum of money for it, $55K. Well, she did not take that offer. She took an offer for $35,000. Lots of drama, weird story there, doesn't matter. And after seeing that a location that I could buy for $35,000 made, near 10 grand a month, I thought, why am I buying apartments and houses when I can buy a laundromat? So I made the really smart choice, knowing nothing about laundromats. I bought 2. And if you go back on my old content in 2019, I still had those 2 locations. Never made any money off of it. Got to the point the rehab would have cost 300 grand to fix them up. With machines and everything, would never do anything. So. Huh?
Somebody painted your washer.
Yeah. Is this your laundry stuff here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, my quarters are still here.
Yeah, I gave you some extra because I thought you were that there was somebody else's, so I gave him some extras.
Oh,
so
thank you.
I've been here for a few hours. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad your quarters did not walk off on you.
Yeah, no. One time I down Main Street, I loaded up all the 450 washers, and I went to the dollar store to get detergent, and I came back, they were all clear.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, oh, I have to pay for them twice.
Okay. Well, good. Yeah. I've been here scraping the paint off. Some fine individuals came in at 5 o'clock in the morning and decided they were going to paint their clothes.
And I hate that they're doing that because you're going to have to end up closing at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to find a system like with electronic door locks so my regular customers can come in and use them. But then the yahoos that come off the street, they never do any laundry here. They get locked out. So that's kind of my hope. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I appreciate your business. Thanks for coming. Well, hey, finally something good happened. What do you think about Danny's content? I mean, he obviously, it should be obvious he knows what he's talking about. It's just one of the, I mean, he's been in laundromats for quite some time. And he's, a very, very well-known laundry consultant at this point. The way that he goes about getting laundromats, I think, is a very good system and lesson that everybody needs to learn. Is it what I do for my laundromats? Not really. There's a rate of failure in everything, but I think it's a good system. Would Mellow Yellow sell in your vending machine? I don't know. I want to do a Faygo and cheap pop vending machine soon, and that was what this other one was here for, but it caught on fire, and that will be in Saturday's video where we actually had a fire here at the laundromat while I was filming, and the machine blew up. Like, all I saw was flame. It's terrible. Drink Mellow Yellow all day long if we let them. Yeah, because of the yellow number 5. It's got the good stuff in it. What should be budget for a vending machine for 20? So I'll answer that real quick, Kai MCM. I am coming out, and I don't want to spoilers, but I'm coming out with my own series of starter vending machines with a course. And it's going to be $50. I know what you guys are thinking. How can I buy a vending machine off brand for $50? Well, I've got this system, and it works to where you can start off. It's mostly, I'm kind of intending it for kids and younger people or younger adults to go out and start their own little mini vending machine business for $50. And it comes with a course and training and the actual machines. So there's a really easy way to make vending money, very non-complicated. And it's one of those things, I never know if people get knocked off when it says that my phone's tilted. It's one of those things where I think it's just, it'll teach you how to talk to people, how to get placements and things like that. $50 with training, lock, stock, and barrel. We're really excited. Once again, that was something that I was going to do. The vending machine business in a box, plus also I've got 2 books that I'm working on. One's how to buy a laundromat, because I get that request. It's like a 100-page field manual for laundromat ownership, and I'm also doing a book on how to buy a business with government money. So I got 2 books on that, and then the vending machine thing in a box, business in a box. So yeah. So Penny, yeah, Joe's on my training program. So yeah, so that's something we're looking at doing. $50, training materials, everything you need to go, other than the snacks. Trying to figure out what's in here that's not feeding in right. Oh, it's a $1 coin. Wow. And then jam it up. That's insane. Yeah, the snacks will probably be more than the course. Yeah, that would be so. I see the comment about the sock. We tried it. I don't know if you saw it. The problem with the sock was it gets too heavy. So this is from the car wash. This is the vacuum hose, and it's super, super strong. It's just that there's no good attachment point on the side. Here, I've got another attachment point to the car wash, but I don't film there for that aspect of it because I don't. I got a business partner on the car wash. He doesn't want to let anybody know how much money we make, which I get. So, all right. So for the vending machines over the past week, maybe 8 days, 9 days, whatever, 658 quarters, which is hair over $150, and then 103. So about 250. Are you still looking at general store? Yeah, I'm looking at still looking at a grocery store. How much a coin counter costs is a Casita C500. They've been a sponsor of the channel. They send me free equipment every so often. That's about $400 or $500, and I've got a Casita C300 and a Casita 6600 UV. That's once again, I don't want to be involved in political stuff, so let's be careful, guys. Are they durable? So everything you see on my channel is durable. I'm not going to say every piece of equipment I've had is unbelievably durable, but this is insane. This has counted hundreds of thousands of dollars. Worked like a tank. The 550, I've got 4 of these machines. They are rock solid. This is brand new, and I have nothing bad to say about it. It's slow, but it counts quarters, nickels, dimes, and dollars, which is just, that's how it is. But it counts all of them and totals it up. Is it, yeah. See, it's a multi-coin sorter, so it'll actually chew on the money, and it will process. And this one's not expensive at all. This is like a light commercial version. So like with this, it's already counted $3 in nickels and dimes. Hey, Frixty. Contact details, Brandon@investmentjoy.com. Did I buy the gas station yet? Not yet. We have kind of like a word play. You're good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I got my cameras running in the office.
Okay.
I've knocked that thing over 3 times already.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, cool. So we protected the lady's money. I am thrilled about that, guys. He's passed the laundromat and sold me. Oh, very cool, Sadie. What the size you're looking for? What's the question, Choco Pool? Anyway, we're still looking at the gas station. My last video I posted out was I finally got a gas station, or at least that was the original title before we had to keep changing it. And the word play there, the joke was I got a gas station, but I only got one to do a roof on, and it's the Casey's. Before I enjoy your videos, you buy the same stuff you use. Thanks. Yeah, if you get any equipment, tell them that I sent you. I get brownie points with the companies. I could use Dexter. I'd love Dexter to send me some money. They gave me a little discount on one machine. Yeah. Size store, like a grocery store. I'm wanting to buy a smash good outlet. I don't know, do they have these anywhere else in the United States, guys? It's a location that buys essentially insurance claim food. And what the deal is, it's not expired, but the cans might be dented, or there might be something weird that goes on. Like Hershey's, during the holidays, they will come out with all this Thanksgiving or Valentine's candy. And then once Valentine's is over, it still has a year or 2 left. They get rid of it. And so you are able to buy a candy bar for 10 cents. I want to get into stuff like that. Because, I grew up poor. I want to be able to help people. Food is outrageous price-wise. And I find, to an extent, that some of these things that exist in Ohio don't exist outside of my state. So growing up, we go to the discount store to get food all the time. Meanwhile, I go into making a mess. I go into unnamed grocery stores, and it's like ground beef $6 a pound, and that's just stupid. I can get, I don't want to say where I get it from. I can get Wagyu ground beef for the same price. I will say it's directly off a farmer that raises the cattle. A Wagyu cow does not cost 100 times more money to raise than a standard Black Angus. And even, Black Angus is like the big, nice standard. It's not that expensive either. Oh, what just fell off? It does not cost that much money. It costs money, but it doesn't cost that much money. I want to help people. Dollar Tree goods. Yeah, but I'm also talking about Dollar Tree grocery stores. All right. I think I've completed most of what I wanted to while I was here. I do have a nice big New Year's Eve party I'm hosting tonight. Well, it's big to me. My kids' friends are coming over. Kids from the homeschool group and church and stuff are coming over. So it's going to be great for my kids. And my cousin's going to come over, and we're going to talk shop on how to build some cheap houses. I'm trying to, I don't know. I have an investor. You all have probably heard of him, but I won't say who he is. But I've got an investor, and he's very well known, and his heart's with affordable housing. And he's willing to bankroll I don't know, any dream I can come up with. So I think I would like to do a series of building an affordable apartment complex, and we can go over why everything's so stupid expensive right now. So be supporting my content, share, like, do all that stuff, because I'd like to show everybody how much you get screwed by the government. And I'm not friends with the mayor of Circleville. I'm not trying to say, oh, they're just stupid and all corrupt and all this terrible stuff. They just make choices, and a lot of times they're bad. And people are so disconnected from the guy that builds the house and rents the house that no wonder things are so bad. I don't know what we're talking about cash in the freezer. How do you feel it's been informative, Don? I still am hoping once I get some payouts from this is still here. Some payouts from the roofing company. I want to build a chase vehicle. I have storm chasers. Spent money. I want a business chasing vehicle. How do you make money through owning a laundromat? You're from India, not popular in the United States. Well, I would say that the thing is, in a country like India specifically, the cost of labor is very, very low. You go down to McDonald's, which is supposed to be the lowest class job, and I'm not saying it's low class, it just appears to be low class. People treat it like it's low class. Here, and your starting pay is $15 an hour. At a laundromat, it's probably closer to $20 an hour. Can't breathe. Hold on. You okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here's a couple extra quarters. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate the business.
Uh-huh.
So, at McDonald's, it's $15 an hour. In India, what's minimum wage? Like US dollar an hour? What is it? 60 INR an hour? 60 rupees an hour? The cost for a vending or a laundry machine, I'm gonna get kicked off, aren't I? Music. A Dexter washer is going to be the same price in India as it is in the United States. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's the lady. That's okay. All right. So the cost for a machine in India is going to be super expensive. So there's no sense when labor's cheap. But as labor gets more expensive, it's wise to automate. And automations cost expensive. They're expensive. $1 an hour. Okay, yeah. So $1 an hour. The cost for having somebody hand wash laundry in the U.S. is probably 20 to $30 an hour. So it makes sense to buy, a Speakwing Horizon that costs $2,000 because after 100 hours of usage, it's in the black. You're making money. So, is it too good either? Meals in China are only $6. Yeah, China has low labor costs. They're not as low as India, unless you're in the Western provinces. That's just how it is. That's why so much is exported to China, because the labor rate is very, very low. Here in the United States, the labor rate is some of the highest in the world. Yes, most states have a relatively low minimum wage, but the effective minimum wage in a lot of states, like here in Ohio, it's like $14 an hour. McDonald's tends to set the lowest bar. So, real Wagyu exists only in Japan. You're technically correct. But I'm talking extremely marbled, extremely nice looking meat that is not just factory processed. So, Shuzhou, visit, not supposed to live, yeah. My son's learning Mandarin, so I'm hoping that we can take a trip there someday. Is helping somebody. Trying to, next to Shanghai. Yeah, I'm not super good on my Chinese geography. So if you have more questions, I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Ooh, shoot. It's okay. I can go another 9 minutes, guys, and then I gotta head out of here. So, 50-star McDonald's, 16 for Taco Bell. Yeah. Do you still have your meeting every Wednesday? Is coaching calls, my group calls, or are you talking my church meetings? Because I still have church meetings on Wednesdays if you want to come. Yeah, I'm in Ohio. Entitled with a higher wages and also achieve a higher salary, just give me money. I agree with you to an extent, Otto, but it's very complicated. There's so many things going on right now with the economy and with how money works that it's just, I've got 9 minutes here. Dollar working night shift at McDonald's. Yeah. When I was working at the warehouses in Groveport, it was an extra 75 cents an hour differential. Group calls. Yeah, I continue to do group calls every Thursday. So yeah, Simon, if you're familiar with Simon, he just got in contract for his 4th car wash, and this one was no money down. He ended up doing a master lease on it, and it's making 120. Last year he did 125,000 net, and he has no down payment on it. He just has to pay the old owner $2,500 a month. So he's taking over a car wash. He'll make $100,000 a year. He has to pay the old owner $2,500. The old owner's just old. The old owner's old, for better or worse, and he just can't do it anymore physically. So 25. Thanks, Keenan. I am going to visit you in 2025. I have to. I'm going to hide some of these needles in your location. I'm not serious. Americans do have washing machines in their homes, but it's probably 70% of them. So 30% of 335 million people is a lot. Absolutely huge. Plus, these machines are very fast compared to what you have at home. This machine holds 3 times the normal washer. So because of that, it's, you're spending $1.50 per load, and it does it in 25 minutes compared to a residential one that's probably closer to 45. So, Groveport, you have family in Whitehall. You love your content. Thanks, QB and Rambo. Yeah, so when my dad had his heart attack when I was a kid, when I was 18 and my dad had his heart attack, I had to go get a job ASAP so that I could help him and mom pay their rent. So I ended up going and working at the Gap Inc. Direct Warehouse in Groveport, Ohio. And then my brother went and he picked up trash for the city of Circleville. So he was on the municipal work crew. So, and the older the houses are in the United States, the less likely they are to have. The average house in Chillicothe, Ohio was built in 1920. So 1920, I know it's hard to believe they did not have washing machines. So I got a lot of this stuff off. Oh, I could have done that down here. Here in Northern Ireland, minimum wage is around 8 pounds an hour for 18-year-olds inflation rate. Oh my gosh, 8 pounds is nothing. Yeah, so the effective minimum wage here in Ohio, and we have a 35 to 40% cost of living decrease compared to the average in UK. It is $14 US dollars an hour. So off to watch 5 girls tumbles around mats. Very good. Good luck to you, Donna. I hope you have a great time. The apartments are not allowed to do quilts and large items. Laundromat is a must. Yes. God bless. Stay safe. He does. You too, train leader. Current AI is coming soon. You think? No, I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to be automated with AI. I talked to a guy this afternoon, so excited. And he is wanting to use artificial intelligence, in my mind, to put colleges out of business. Imagine having AI scan all of your work, and it can figure out, to an extent, what you don't know. And then it helps you learn what you do need to know. And you don't have to do courses ever. Because he was talking about his 13-year-old kids that are doing coding on Minecraft and all this different stuff. They're like making their own worlds in Minecraft, and they're coding, and they're doing all these things. And they have if my understanding was right, it's like a second year computer science level of understanding for that aspect of coding. But if they go to college for computer sciences, for those 2 years, they're going to be not educated. They're going to be spending tens of thousands of dollars to learn something they don't need. So this guy has a process to go in and actually take that understanding and turning it into credit hours for college. So then maybe, theoretically, you go and you spend a year at college and you get your bachelor's degree. So how often do you go live? I'd like to go live every week, but I just haven't been doing it. Machine, thanks so much. Thanks, Opti. How much does it cost to run electricity rent one of those places in comparison to what per month? So these washing machines, they spend probably $5 a month in electricity. I spend $350 a month on electricity for the whole location. These lights are in 24/7. The dryers, they're now my gas price has been going down, but they're about $450 a month right now in gas bills, and that also covers the heat upstairs. So, it is the winter, and for some reason I'm paying for an air conditioner to be on. Oh, it's just on fan to circulate the air. Okay, we got a filter in there. Water's about $400. These sort of tops of the machines, you're right, I do. But I cleaned them up with a razor blade to get the soap and stuff off of them. What's the best way to get financing for a storage facility? You would not recommend? I mean, any way that gets you the money and makes you money is going to be okay. If I was doing a storage facility in this market, I would be doing what they did back in the 80s, and I would do an 80-10-10 loan. I would go find a good old boy bank, and I would have them pony up 80% of the purchase. I would have the seller take a 10% note in second lien position, and then I would do 10% cash. And then I would see if the old owner would do some rate buy downs with my bank so that I could get it down into the fixed 5% range, which can be done in this environment. I don't care what anybody says. So if you can get a storage facility and get the debt load or get it at a cap rate that's higher than 7%, then you'll be in the money. I don't want to rely on storage at, I don't want to screw my tenants over and raise rent significantly, because that's going to boost your, that's going to increase your vacancy rate. I don't care what the gurus say. You double your prices on your storage tenants, they will leave. A lot of them will leave. All these guys want you to double rent for all the poor people that rent off of you to make money off of them. It's stupid. Don't do it. And then second of all, I don't want to rely on the constant rent increases to pay for debt service in this environment. But if you would do an 80-10-10 loan and get some rate buy downs, because I've got a friend that in this environment, he just closed on a 30-year fixed rate semi-commercial, not for storage, but for multifamily residential. It was at 5.25% fixed 30-year. It can be done if you spend the time on it. And the problem is, I'll tell you right now, Dustin, the biggest problem that you have out here is people go in and they try 1, 2, 3 banks. They try 1, 2, 3 loan types or methods, and they don't get any of those 6 combinations to work, and they give up. And I've got a buddy in Michigan, one of the richest guys I know. He's like, if you don't try 40 different banks, 40 different ways of getting it done, then you're not doing your job. It's like, you want to make $1 million in this business, Brandon. You think you're going to go out and spend 40 hours working on one loan presentation. You're an idiot. You're not worth $1 million for 40 hours. So, yeah, Dave's kind of right. Dave in Michigan. So hopefully that's a good answer, Dustin. I can go on for a couple more minutes. If you want to buy a vending machine, where you choose place to buy it, once again, it's going to be Facebook Marketplace. Thanks, John Ramsey. Has a video on AI and combo washing machines, learning and closing wash patterns. Yeah. So $350 in electric, washers, dryers, $450 in gas, dryers, total $800 a month. What about the rent on the location per month? I own this facility. My mortgage payment, my actual mortgage for the whole building, including I have 2 apartments upstairs. I've got a 1-bedroom, a 1.5 bedroom here, and then over towards the front, I've got a 1-bedroom, and then I've got a big garage in the back. Let me go. I'll show you the whole area in the back. But this laundromat is 3,000 square feet, and when I do these videos, I'm only in 1/3 of it. You have to watch my long format videos to get the rest of it. Well, I'll show you the part of it. And there's also a whole room behind here, but I never could figure out which key it is. So I have people that work for me. In UK, house costs more than $300 a month electric bills? Yes. Here in the state of Ohio, we have some of the very low electric rates. Very, very low. Do you deal with government assistance for renters? Yeah, I've worked with almost every government agency you can imagine for rent assistance. There's a lot of good ones and there's a lot of bad ones. The problem is these government agencies are beholden to their what's it called? To their charter or their program. So there are government assistance programs out there. They're just put people in houses. Okay, cool. Axe murderers, put them in houses. Criminals that should never see the light of day, put them in a house. I worked with a government agency. A guy was robbing the elderly for their medications, robbing them, borderline at gunpoint. And I talked to them and I was like, you just sent me an application where he's robbing his neighbors. I called the neighbors. They said this guy is the scummiest dirtbag on the face of this planet. I asked the people at the government office, why do you give me this guy? They said, it's our charter. We cannot discriminate. It's like, this guy should not be on the streets robbing the elderly. And they're like, we can't do anything. That's what it is. So this is my back room. This is my dryers. This is the back here. And I got doors and other vending machines and secret lights. A whole secret basement. Here's one of my apartments down there. It's a joke. I should pull, oh, I don't have any batteries for that stupid smoke alarm. Dang it. So yeah, he's robbing people. And I had this, it ended up being a great conversation with the government agency. And the people at the government agency, our charter says we have to put people in houses. It does not say, nor allow us to discriminate against, thieves of that magnitude. Like, oh, this is why life sucks. You're spending good money that could go to the elderly and people that truly need help, and you're spending it on drug dealing dirtbags. Yeah, so the idea is that I can blow out that wall. We'll move this washer to the back, and then I'll have 24 dryers. Oh, you'll see the basement? I don't know if the stream will end. Because my Wi-Fi is only going to go so far. And this is a metal door, and these dryers act as Faraday cages, so we'll try. Yeah. I mean, they send tens of billions of dollars to other countries, but they also spend $2 trillion a year on Social Security. They spend $2.5 trillion on Medicare and Medicaid. My perspective, and I know we're getting political. My perspective is if they could fix the problem with money, they would have already done it. For me, it's much more than a money issue. Pursuing. Yeah, I would love to buy some car washes in Rockford. I'm building a network there to go out or to operate them. But yeah, I would say, yeah, absolutely. Let's talk. I'll be in Rockford the week of the 13th. So send me an email. Yeah, these stairs are awful. I mean, these are the ricketiest, crappiest old stairs on the planet, and we're going to relocate it when we tear it out. Efficiency. Oh, I could. I know I could. Oh, is my phone... Oh, shoot, my phone's getting ready to die, guys. I'll do the stream, guys, till my phone dies, and it's about ready to shut off. Thank you guys so much. You need to reach out to me. BrandonInvestmentJoy.com is my email, or go to investmentjoy.com. We're putting all of our important links on there. Like, you want to get on my free Discord. You want to get paid coaching, training. You want to do a business deal with me. Just trying to make a one-size-fits-all for everybody. Whether you have no money in the bank and don't even have a job. I've had politicians and senators and near billionaires watch my content. And I'm just trying to build a database of people that I can help and work with. And every single one of you is valuable. Every single one of you is important, whether you feel like it or not. I also feel like if I can do this, guys, you can do it too. Howdy.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I'm not helpful. I'm just wondering.
Oh, no. I mean, this is a big old wood door.
Yeah.
So.
You're saying, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'll come right back.
Okay, no worries. Is there any towns here you're looking for a network? Any of them. I mean, I'm not sure that I'm going to go to, I would say, I'm not going to go to Mississippi soon. Actually, I will, because I think we're starting a roofing division in Memphis, Tennessee, which I'm totally going to go over the border. So, yeah, so reach out to me that way. Send me an email. I have like 2% left. Companies, same thing for San Francisco. You to buy. Well, don't buy them, Ricky Bobby. Partner with me and buy them with me. I can get the money for the car washes, or I could show you how to get the money for them. I'm trying to figure out how to get into more deals. Any other 10? Okay. That coffee. Hope you're getting coughing better. I don't know. This stupid thing. Oh, no worries. You got more?
Nope.
Nope, that's it. Okay. Well, cool.
Thank you so much.
Oh, well, no, thank you for coming. Can I have more
Do you
corn?
work here?
I own it.
Oh, I'm Nicole.
Oh, that's sweet.
Derek's sister.
Brandon. Oh, okay. Yeah. Very cool.
I've been up all night working and then doing errands, so excuse me.
Oh, that's fine. Well, it's nice to meet you.
You too.
I've known Derek for quite some time. I like him.
He's a good guy.
I like
He
him.
really is. He's the sweetest.
Yeah.
He's always been like that too.
Okay, I broke my door.
Well, now I don't feel so stupid.
Oh, believe me, I feel stupid almost every moment of every day. Either break something. All right. Well, thank you for coming. Nice to meet you. Allows dinner with your family sometime. Well, just get a hold of me. We'll figure out where it is. I'm doing the cruise. If your family wants a tax write-off, you can go cruising with me and my family. My wife and my kids are going to be there. Going to the Bahamas out of, I think we're going out of the Fort Lauderdale port. First week in November. It's a business cruise, so you can write it off of your taxes. I think that'd be fun. Did I lock the door? Yeah, I think I locked the door. So, yeah. So, okay, guys, thank you so much. My phone, I can't believe it hasn't died. Oh, it's dying. It's dying. Thank you guys so much. I should probably end this before